Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back, it's Charlie. It is July 3rd, 2019. About 8:29 in the morning. Yeah. Can't see it. 8:29. It's awesome. Last night they said that it was today. This morning we're supposed to get the Marine layer come in, and they said it's probably going to be stuck around with us for a while, for a great part of the morning, and then burn off this afternoon. And it's already burning off. It was really dark, so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be cold. And when I stepped outside, it was cold. I don't know if you can see, but I got my jacket right there hanging on my bike. Just walking up from McDonald's, I swear, just right here as I turned right onto town center, the sun started beaming, and it just got really hot, so I took my coat off because I'm melting. It is America's birthday, my friends. This is actually one of the greatest times I love. I love celebrating U.S. It was instilled in me very much as a child how important it is to celebrate our country. My mom taught me a lot, and I learned a lot. I was lucky. For those of you that grew up in my hometown and went to my school system, we were all very lucky. We were very blessed. We weren't part of the LA school system. We were El Segundo independent school system. We were taught like everything. I mean, I learned so much stuff, especially in the 4th and 5th grade. Just stuff that I remember that I didn't really pay attention to. Just comes back to me in bits and pieces as an adult. Make America great. There's a reason why people say that and why he says that. We're never going to get great to the point we once were as a nation whole. That's after World War II. That's why it's coined the greatest generation ever to live in this country. After the war, after victory was declared, victory, not winner, victory. There's a big difference in that word. After our victory, we celebrated. Our nation was pretty much in trouble in the sense that we limited ourselves for the war effort. Metal, copper, gold, silver. I mean, everything. Steel. Well, steel wasn't so much in that sense, but everything else. We are basically the only really nation that continuously, and still does, send our citizens to different countries to fight for their protection, their rights, them being misrepresented, the injustice that they receive, or the justice that they don't get, not being treated humanely, whatever it is. We as a nation are there. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it's only because of money situation. Yes, of course. Remember, we are the youngest nation on this planet. Nation. Not city, not country, not village, what nation. If not the strongest nation, correct? The youngest, strongest, military, economical, social nation on this planet. Whatever the ties to a country that we have involvement with as far as military, it's because it's needed. Sorry about the noise. They are tending to the lawn here. They do a beautiful job. Hold on. Now, it's just the way it is. It's our duty. So much that we have amassed, that we have an abundancy to share and protect with other countries, other nations on this planet. We can't, I understand, oh, why are we getting involved? Because if we don't get involved, that's why we got involved in the first place. Especially World War II. If we didn't get involved, eventually we were going to be next. They wouldn't have succeeded, but we would have been next. If you sit idly by, the evil starts to creep and infect. It's like cancer. The evil is just like cancer. If you don't treat cancer or try to kill it, if you don't do no radiation therapy, chemo, it's eventually going to ravage your body and take over and kill you. The evil in this world is kind of like that, and we as a nation try to come off as like the chemotherapy, but we're trying. Whatever the agenda is, first and foremost, if it's not squashed, eventually it'll come to our country. And the evilness in the world sees that. That's why we're always victimized, in the sense we're always having terror threats. Something's gonna happen. Oklahoma bombing. Everything. Remember the hijackings back in the 70s at LAX? Right there on the tarmac? See? Evil wants to succeed. I don't care how you take evil as, whether it's spiritual or human-wise. Evil is evil. In whatever shape, form it comes in, evil is evil. No one likes their lives to be interrupted. In this country, we don't like our lives to be interrupted. I guess that's why we're having such a problem and such an uproar right now with immigration and homelessness. We have enough problems to contend with in this country morally. Not just economically, but morally. I mean, it's pretty bad. Right now it's not so good. The weather is kind of temperate here in California. It still really hasn't gotten hot, although the people in the Antelope Valley it's pretty hot. But I honestly wouldn't want to live anywhere else in the world without our politics. As screwed up as our politics is also here, very confusing at times, doesn't seem fair. Overall, and all in all, if you think about our politics and our way of life in this country, we have it good. We really have it good. Regardless of our homeless situation and everything, rent is very expensive. You know, you need an average of $62 an hour. Right around there, between $50 and $62 an hour to average, to be able to live comfortably, to be able to comfortably move into a dwelling. That's a lot of money, right? But it's just the way it is, you know. Going to the grocery store is expensive, but it's not really all that bad. The most expensive thing in life is real estate and renting. That is the most expensive thing. I don't have any problem really buying food and clothing when I can find something that fits me. But rent, I don't know why. Rent is just outrageous. Even though my rent is being subsidized right now, it's still expensive. Without that help, I wouldn't be here. I might be employed, but I'd be doing the same thing as I was working at Sugarfish. Homeless, employed, not getting anywhere, spending $1,000 in about a week in hotel rooms, getting nowhere. That's frustrating in itself. So, and you're spinning your wheel. I'm just happy to be an American. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to live in the United States of America. I'm sorry that our times in this country have gotten pretty bad, but overall, you must agree with me, compared to the rest of the world, we are sitting pretty. We are really really, 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 really sitting pretty. I mean, I'm in La Cañada, formerly homeless, in front of City Hall, a YouTuber. I'm watching the world. Look at this. I'm living a small dream. Part of a dream that I had, a very small fraction of the dream that I'm living. I don't know. I don't know if I would have been able to succeed, or maybe I wouldn't have been homeless in another country. I don't know. And truthfully, I don't want to find out. I am just. Oh, they finished. Oh, well, the lawn guy finished. I'm just happy to live in this country. When Holly and I were married, and this was like right after 2008. We had the crash and everything, and the real estate was starting to really go sour everywhere. And we were seeing this, watching all these things on YouTube and on the news. It was very dire, very scary. Our financial situation was not the greatest. Certainly our drinking wasn't helping much. But we were just thinking, God, this sucks. Maybe we should just move. Let's move to Amsterdam or something, or someplace where they can finance and everything. And you pay little, cost of living is, but you're giving up a lot too. If you think about it, is the trade-off really worth it? You're getting more subsidized rent, education, whatever. But the trade-off is you really don't have a right to say so in your own country. It's not a good trade-off. Things were really, really starting to get bad on the news. I mean, I remember the one day when Holly says, we're looking at the news, she's like, should we go buy a gun? And I was like, whoa. I was shocked for a split second. And I was relieved at the same time. I was relieved in the sense that my wife had no problem in us owning a gun in case stuff really hit the fan and society crumbled and, riots and whatever. Someone broke in because living in Pasadena, living on South Raymond, right in the area of the projects and the ghetto and stuff, was a very uneasy feeling for her. So, it's just, I was okay with it, but I told her, no. The way you and I carry on, the way we drink, having a gun in the house with Carmen, I was afraid. I was really afraid. But I told her, I love you, and I want to say thank you for being open to that. At least I know that it doesn't scare you. So I was very, very gracious. I was very humbled and happy that, she would have been willing to go that extent, Sometimes it's, that subject is really hard, But I told her no. And we didn't. And it was a good thing we didn't, because things really just got bad and worse between us, and who knows. Always bickering about money and everything, so. But still, ended up splitting up, divorced, homeless. She's off who knows where. Carmen, I'm pretty sure Carmen's doing well. And I was left to fend for myself. But I succeeded. You all saw this. I succeeded. With the help of a few, but I dotted my I's, crossed my own T's. Did the legwork, did the footwork, waited in line, waited in the waiting room, did everything that was asked for me to do. And, with the opportunities in this country, as little or as slow as we seem processes to be. It worked. Here I am in front of you, holding a camera, talking to you, showing you living proof. The country's not so bad. Look at all the freedom we have. Look at everything we are allowed to do. We can assemble with permits depending on where or what you're going to assemble about. Voice your opinion. Your rights are protected. Although we seem to think that our rights are always being infringed upon. But that's society now. And when someone starts filming you or taking out their camera or taking your pictures and stuff like that, I understand. You get defensive. Oh, it's my right. You shouldn't be. You can't take my picture without my right. But think about when you're out in general public. When you walk out your front door and you leave your vehicle wherever you are in any city, any place in this country, you've pretty much given up your social rights. You're being filmed out on the streets. You go into a grocery store, you're being filmed. I mean, there's a monitor, for Christ's sakes, and you see yourself walking through there. You go into a department store, you're being filmed. It's an unspoken contract, but it's there. It's contractual. When a store has security, you're giving up your rights. You're being filmed. You're being monitored. And yeah, for a lot of businesses, security tapes are sold to other agencies because they are being tracked, and by Homeland Security as well. All this information that you think, and it's like, oh my God, Facebook was hacked and all the information. That is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, compared to what cities and states do when they sell videotape and information to other security industries and Homeland Security, so they can go through the tapes and find criminals, not so nice people. It's what they do. So if you did something and you're involved in something and someone breaks out a camera and starts filming, oh, I'm going to YouTube you. Oh, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't pull out that wannabe ace card up your sleeve and say, oh, you ain't got no right, to film me. Whatever. Think before you speak. You've already left your house. You've given up your rights to be photographed or anything. I mean, you see the cameras at intersections, wherever you are. You see yourself walking into a grocery store or department store. But if someone's filming you, you get all defensive. That person's just probably not even going to do anything with that video. If it goes up in YouTube or Facebook, no big deal. Compared as a business selling your information and your likeness, that would raise more concern. That to me would raise more concern. Like I just found out yesterday afternoon, the company 23andMe that does the DNA testing and does your genealogy and everything. Come to find out, and it was posted that they sold your DNA information to like a big pharmaceutical company. For whatever purposes, they bought your information, and it was their right to sell your information, because when you buy those kits, and see, this is what I mean. When you buy anything, you're contractually obligated yourself to be at their mercy. Like when you go to an amusement park, you're contractually obligated to being filmed or being on something. When you park in a parking lot, you're agreeing to a contract. That little ticket that you get, whatever ticket is, they're not liable for theft, robbery, or damage to your vehicle. I mean, there's a lot that we don't pay attention to. Or maybe we just don't want to pay attention and we just want to be a smart ass about it and try to see if we can't get any money in case something happens. We do that a lot in this country. So This is America. America's birthday. Well, America's real birthday was yesterday, I believe, July 2nd. July 4th is when we celebrate America. Think how far we've come. You have all the things that we've done, the involvements. Leaf blowers. I'm just happy to be alive in this country and grateful for the opportunity to always had the opportunity to succeed. We've always had the opportunity. You and I both have always had the opportunity to succeed. It's whether we apply ourselves. There's no one holding you back, though it may seem like it. There's other homeless people that have succeeded much more than I have, a lot more. Those are the people that I had looked to and finding out, God, how did they do that? How did they? And I found my way. We have so many opportunities to advance in this country, to do what we need to. Still, we don't have the homesteading like we used to, but there's a lot of other opportunities. So tonight and tomorrow when we celebrate, think of everything that we've endured, and this whole Nike thing with the 13 stars. Shame on him, and shame on Nike for pulling it. Oh, it's a racist flag. It's a race. How is it racist? We had 13 colonies at that time. It's a representation about how many colonies. Why? Because it's in a circle? Would it be more offensive if it was in a pyramid? The circle is unity. It's never ending. All you can do is drop another star in that circle. And we dropped so many stars in that circle that they actually had to be lined up in a row. Think about that, man. Come on, racist. Good Lord. Well, whatever. I'm just happy to be here today. Had my coffee, rode my bike. Someone donated the bike for me. Someone donated the fan for me. The banner that blocks my window. Countless of you folks have helped me through GoFundMe and through my PayPal. I don't know if I could have ever have had so much help living in another country. I don't know what my status would have been. It's said that people in this country really don't really care or have any compassion for others. Look at me. Look. People don't have compassion. I know it seems like at times they don't, with all the killings and road rage or shooting up schools and churches and nightclubs. I know it seems like there's no compassion. But we come through for each other in the long run. Look at everything that you folks have done for me. Come on. I will never forget that. And I never forget that. You folks have been my guiding angels through this whole ride. I remember when I first got my first subscriber, I was like, holy crap, someone's paying attention to me? Really? I was beside myself. I was like, wow, okay. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And you folks are like the sweetest people. I'm not one-sided when it comes to politics. I like to throw whatever's out there. I float my life, not so much as in the middle. But I try to stay above everything so I can see everything, hear everything, and deduce for my own life. I'm registered as a Republican. Yes, I voted for Trump. But when it came down to it, out of the two, I made my decisions. Regret? No. I stand by my decision and who I made, but I'm not one of these fanatics. And I have a lot of Facebook friends and a lot of family that they're statute on their political views, and that's fine. If it works for you, that's fine. I'm not going to try to sway you any differently. I'm not going to say that your political views are so wrong or so screwed up that I'm not going to talk to you like my last high school friend that I grew up with, and she ended up saying something as like, well, how did you become so angry after all these years? And I haven't heard from her in almost a year, I think. She disappeared, so that's fine. If you're so involved with politics that it makes you turn away a friend, then something's wrong with your politics. The way you take it. Just like religion. If your religion is so involved that it turns you away from everybody else and only is secluded to you, then there's something wrong with your religion. Or you're just taking it wrong. You're just taking it the wrong way. I don't know. Let's take life serious, but not to the extreme. We all have to be serious about life, but not to this extreme. So, I'm sorry, I went on a rave. I'm just happy. Today's kind of like my Friday. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm trying to still think what I'm going to do. I'm low on money, but I honestly, as you folks know, I don't really need all that much money to have a good time. So I'm going to get up early, plan out what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to go to the bridge for the fireworks, but I'm going to see what other little festivities every city. I'm not going to say, but we'll see when I upload the videos, all right? So, continuing America's birthday. You folks have a great day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other. Help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on the ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what I've done, what we're doing, what you've done, how far I've progressed. There's my job. Going. Kicking butt. Not taking any names. Alright, my friends. I will upload this video when I get home tonight. Until then, you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you're leaving town, be careful when you're driving out of town. If you're flying, take your time. Don't be angry. Part of the journey is the journey itself. So, all right, my friends, I love you all. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.